Hello, visuals, and welcome back to the Visual Girls podcast with me and Chris. As Chris has just been trying to talk adult about home owning and shit. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a video. I thought you just put your phone down and it just started like, I don't know. It was weird as fuck. I don't like that shit. It is the entertainment news, and there's a fair bit to talk about in terms of what's come out already. It's very exciting. Chris has informed me he's not quite there with Stranger Things. He's what 2/3 of the way through, 3/4. You got 5, 6, and 7. 6 and 7.
I can't remember how it's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Or was it?
Oh, so you're at minimum pretty much halfway through. So he's halfway through. Did you start last night?
I did.
But yeah, we've had Obi-Wan and shit. Do you want to? So as soon as we can't spoil too much for you, then should we talk about your thoughts on Stranger Things first, and then we'll jump into like Obi-Wan and Thor and shit.
It's different.
It's fucking.
It's different. It's more of a horror vibe.
It's horror
this time round.
Fuck that clock. Doom.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Did you not say? I don't know if you read it. For the American viewers, there's a disclaimer that pops up before every episode, especially the first episode.
What? Because of the gore?
No, because of obviously the first episode opens up where Eleven's basically killed all them kids and stuff.
Yeah.
There was
right, yeah.
A couple of days ago, there was a big shooting in Texas.
I see why.
So they had to have a big, huge disclaimer about all that. But this got filmed back in the last year.
And it's not exactly the same thing, is it?
No, but
I get why they've done it. Yeah.
Like they'll fucking criticise it.
To be fair though, not to go off topic, but that fucking shoot the other day was absolutely minging. The fact that it was a fucking elementary school.
Didn't it? I got tagged in a video of a guy who was a racial shooting again over in America.
Yeah, and he saved a white guy.
He saved.
He goes to the till and he goes, "No, you're all right," and carries on. But he first gets out of the car and pops that fat lady.
He shoots all the black people.
I saw that's fucking disgusting. Like the fact, oh my, like this isn't entertaining news. It's fucking horrific news. One of the lads at work showed me that, and I'm thinking when he showed me, I was like, "Is this real? Is this fake or what?"
Yeah, I got sent it.
And then he told me, he's like, "No, that's real." I was like, "Why the fuck did you just show me that?" Because I thought it was just some sort of weird, like, I don't know, film or some dumb shit.
I wonder what it was just going to fucking Guyz and do some weird shit. And next minute you got out of the car and started popping people. So what the fuck's going on here?
I have also heard that video, though, is actually fake. But I'm in a hope to God it is, because the way that the people get shot and you just, like, they're lifeless. I'm like, I hope I didn't witness real murders, because that's fucking vile.
People are just going down loopy.
But
yeah, Stranger Things. No. It's more horror than the last couple of seasons.
Yeah. Well, that should be good for you, though, shouldn't it?
But I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm really, especially this fucking Balgor.
Yeah, because I love they still name the creatures, the fucking characters from Dungeons and Dragons and shit and whatnot. I agree with you, them elements of it, like all the scariness, I fucking adore it. But there's only one massive thing that I'm sick of. Obviously, without spoiling too much for you, the 11 moments, she's just pissing me off throughout this entire series.
Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for her, but she is kind of annoying me where she wants to try and fit in, but she can't. She knows she's different. Yeah,
and it's the bullying aspects. Like, how many times do we need to see this? Because this isn't a spoiler, but we see sort of more shit like that later on when you get to it. And I'm just thinking, how many more times do we need to see this? And we see more... the lab sort of scenes and shit. I'm like, oh my god, we've been over this a million times. Can we just fucking move on? But then we get to the other side, and we get to like all the thing, and I'm like, it's back to being epic.
Yeah.
So don't get us wrong, it's not perfect for me, but it's not far off perfect. There's a fucking epic scene you'll see later on with the big old twisty synonymous thing. Oh, it's beautiful. It just looks great. But I just want to stay with the kids and all that shit. And even another little minor thing, Sheriff Hopper stuff with the Russian shit. You could have just made that its own separate show with how much they go back and thinking. I'm just thinking, you just made another show. I'm still intrigued by it. I still love it. But I'm just thinking, fucking hell, this is so far away from... Because at first I thought it was going to be slightly different. I thought we were going to be Russians testing shit and doing shit and not just a jail.
No.
So I was like, oh, okay. But no, the show, it's going to get a nice solid 8 out of 10 for me. There's just minor things. It's still living up to the hype. And because I saw IGN's review saying some parts of it are a bit flat. And I was like, nah, it's never been flat. Then I watched it and I was like, oh, okay, I see why they said some of it is flat. Because there were a few moments literally where I sat there and I just...
No, so yeah, I've had any of that moment. I was doing it.
For the most part, I'm absolutely loving it.
Especially, I don't mean especially, but the bit, even just the scenes where the two kids just all the bones just crack,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
eyes
that kind of shit. And there is a fucking yeah, there is a beautiful twisty twist you got to look forward to, which is great. You'd be like, oh crap, it all ties together beautifully, and all this shenanigans happens. Like I said, something I think it's a downfall that some of the episodes are pure long. Because how many times I need to see a white hallway with 11 crying, I'm like, oh my god, this could have been a 30-second shot, not 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a whole though, it's fucking stellar.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's absolutely stellar. It's still not my favourite season. I think season 2, just because I love Halloween. I love the whole pumpkins and they were all rotten. Something about that I just loved.
See,
plus that was all the arcadey stuff as well.
Yeah. I think I've got to agree with you there. To be fair, but I don't think they could have picked a more better era for the 80s.
Oh no, the 80s was class. But when we explore it more in season 3 with the mall and the fashion, and I love all that. It's fucking. Do you know what else did my head in as well with the 11 bits? The people that bullied her at the skate rink thing. I just thought them two lads look like absolute fucking little divvies. You got no chance I'd let them two bully me. They're just pure little scrawny weird things. Yeah. You'd absolutely snap their ankles. But anyway, no, you fucking would though. You can understand if a big fucking, like a proper, like a British bully. Yeah. Like somebody that's like in year 7, but they're like that big and they're fucking, I'm a char for me. You can understand that, not like, oh my god, fuck off. You little prick. But yeah, it's great. I loved it. Overall, it's getting a solid 8 out of 10. Just 1 or 2 little things. Even though I'm saying to you that the 11 bits bored me, the final 11 bit was epic. Right. That's why it's.
But I've still got more to come.
Yeah, and it didn't help. Like I just said to you, because we'll now transverse it to Obi-Wan, because I'd watched that first. And because how episode 2 ended, and that episode 2 for me in general was fucking.
Well, I watched Obi-Wan first. Well, no, in fact, I watched the final episode of the Prehistoric Planet first.
And then you did Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, a day each week. They watch an episode every day.
Yeah, was it 4 or 5?
5.
Yeah. So we'll try. Sorry, that's us traversing it to Star Wars now. So far, rating quickly for Stranger Things.
I'm loving it. I'm giving it a 10.
10 out of 10 for Christ.
I'm loving it.
Next week, when you've done it, you can come back and give us your final thoughts. Because, like I said, there are some more bits you need to see. We've only got to wait a month for the next bit, so that's not too bad. Yeah. Right, Obi-Wan Kenobi, mate. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I started it. I sat down and there's a skip. As I skipped it, I was like, "Oh no, wait there, wait there." Go back.
Yeah.
Start it again. Fucking, it was nice to see all the old characters again.
Because it gives you the big old montage of how Obi's connected to Anakin and all that kind of
stuff. At least they know it's 10 years later from them.
Yeah.
And yeah, loving it.
Ewan McGregor is just. I need to start, every time I've done talk about this about Obi-Wan Kenobi, I've got goosebumps, and I keep saying Star Wars isn't my biggest thing.
It's not mine, but I'm fucking loving it.
It's fucking absolutely, and I absolutely see that. See, everybody know online, right? I was watching loads of Star Wars reacting to the show, and they all hate that Reva. You know, the black lass. Yeah. Apparently, they all absolutely do.
Why?
I think she's mint. I thought she was quite good in terms of like I hate her because of the bad guy aspect. I thought this is mint. You're a great bad guy, but apparently they're all saying her acting shoddy and shit, and they didn't like it. I was like, I can't really. But it was a lot more passionate Star Wars fans talking, so I thought, okay, maybe that's why. But for me, literally, you can keep her because then hopefully she's going to get fucked up by Obi and we'll be like, yeah, get in. But I think she's a great body. But yeah, I absolutely adored it. That final episode, the second episode when we're going through, because young Leia is absolutely class. Whoever cast that is just fucking
she's
beautiful.
hysterical.
Yeah, but running around that city, my heart was like, oh my god, Doggy, please. And they were getting closer, like, oh my god, Doggy. And then the best, I didn't fuck off, it's not Marvel down. When they're in that carrier thing or whatever, and she's telling him about Vader and Anakin still being alive, and Ewan McGregor's acting there where his face is just filled with like fear and like, oh, I'm like, oh my fucking god, when you eventually meet him. Oh no, because I feel so bad for everyone this, because obviously he's turned himself from the Force so he can't get detected and he hasn't done it, and you can see how much full of regret and fear and worry he is because of he thought he killed Anakin, but then the Jedi Order all fell and his Padawan is his best friend. He just feels like a shallow, hollow man, And I feel so bad on him. When he finally uses the Force to stop Leia, I was like, I feel so bad on him. But I love him. Ewan McGregor's mint.
He is mint.
And the Inquisitors. The only thing I was a bit like, oh shit, but it was kind of good at the same time, was when the Inquisitors came and that Reaver killed the Grand Inquisitor. Because obviously I've battled them on Jedi Last Order, which was quite fun. And the fact as well that he keeps shouting out to Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm like, oh my god, are we going to see Liam Neeson as a Force Ghost here, or what? Is Liam Neeson going to be as Qui-Gon Jinn? Because that would be fairly dope. Because he's like, oh, Master, can you hear me? And all this. I'm like, oh my god, is he here? Oh, he's not here. Because Mandalorian got a lot of big things. So I'm expecting something big at the end of this, maybe potentially.
Someone's got to happen.
Is it 6 episodes? I don't know if it's 6.
No,
because Mando's like 9 and shit, isn't it?
I think I've got 7 on the brain, but I don't know why.
But I can't wait for him to crack open that lightsaber in fucking going nuts against Vader. And seeing him right at the end in his what they call them in Star Wars, Vector tanks, Vesper tanks. We know that Boba Fett had one to help. We see him and his eyes are open. You're like, oh my god, have you just connected to Obi-Wan using the Force? Have you felt him now? Are you, what's going on? And then because we know there's that bit we see right in the trailer where he's behind him, and before he turns around to look at him, he hears the and Obi-Wan's like closes his eyes like, oh no, I can't wait to get to that bit. I'm like, no. It was fucking me, because as soon as I'd done that, done Stranger Things, and I just did Obi-Wan again, I was like, oh, this is so good. It was so fun. And it helped as well because we've just had Star Wars celebrations, so Jon Favreau and that were doing all these panels at like a Star Wars convention and shit. And we just got that trailer for Star Wars Endor.
Yeah, the game.
Oh, the series.
No, there's announced there's a new game for that as well.
Is that another Fallen Order one, maybe?
Possibly.
I don't know. I did play the first one. I liked it because you get to customise the lightsaber and shit. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, we got a new show which I think set before the original trilogy. I don't actually know. Somewhere around that time. But no, yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi smashed it so far. 2 episodes out of 10 for me. Fucking beautiful. Perfection. I loved it.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's ask the Star Trek guy.
Yeah, it's mad because, like I said, as soon as I got to see all these other characters, it's like, yes. And these Jar Jar Binks, all that. I was saying to him, I'm not even a big Star Wars fan, but I'm getting
I'm just talking about it. It was so bizarre.
I'm still a Trekkie fan.
Yeah, it is mental because I say I'm not it's Star Wars isn't out there. I do really like it. Anything that comes out, I watch it, and I've got Star Wars stuff, and the lightsaber will always be the coolest thing ever. But like, it's not Spider-Man or Iron Man or Batman are out, but like, I love Obi-Wan Kenobi so much. I don't know if it's because of Ewan McGregor or because I love that duel between him and Anakin in the third episode, or third film, episode 3. And that battle is just one of the best battles in cinema history. I don't know what it is, but I was walking around work all day going, hello there.
I forgot all about it until Ian at work was about 4:30. I says, it's thingy on tonight. I was like, what? And it's Obi-Wan. I says, is it? And I was like, oh yeah, it is.
Because originally it was the Wednesday, wasn't it?
Stranger Things as well. I was like, oh yes.
Everything's out. Everything's fucking here. So yeah, Chris and I have both given it a good 10 out of 10 there. And then my final bit, which I've only got a couple of notes for, mate, because it's a trailer that did actually offer a lot, and I can't wait to get your opinion on some of this, is the Thor trailer. And we got the oh my god, them black and white scenes where wherever they are. Oh my fucking god. So run through your thoughts that for Love and Thunder's another trailer we got, and then I'll tell you all my, because like I said, there's not that many.
Well, what I can vaguely remember, because I watched it vaguely.
You flick too hard, damn it.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi loves showing bum in his films. We've had Hulk bum, now we've got Thor bum.
And we got a tattoo of some strange
Loki tattoo? Yeah.
Rest in peace Loki or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I do like that Loki note. I don't need to worry about that note. We've covered it.
It's intriguing to know what timeline we're in on this compared to the Loki series.
Yeah, well, obviously we know because as far as this Thor is aware, Loki is dusted, he's gone, isn't he? He has no idea that a variant slipped off and went blah, blah, blah. So he's obviously honouring the one that got choked out by Thanos. Because he thinks his boyo's dead. But this is my first note. We've got the first look and first reveal of Gore the God Butcher. Christian Bale's Gore. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ. We see him as well before like his weird transformation. We see him sort of how he was normally and then with his slimy, horrible evilness. Yeah. What do you think of him? What do you think the look of him?
Still unsure. Because I don't know. I like Christian Bale, but you can always tell when it's Christian Bale. Yes, that's tone.
Yeah.
So.
And it's quite funny because we have that line from the Batman: "You can either die a hero or see yourself live long enough to become the villain."
Yeah.
You're the villain now, then. So you should have died, should you?
So yeah.
So this is quite.
Sure.
It's quite cool as well, though, because this is a Thanos level sort of threat with Gore. Because Gore, he came out in 2012. I've got his debut upstairs, so that might have put a couple of extra dollar signs on that comic. But he's an absolute fucking unit. We know for a fact, and with what we've seen in that trailer, there's a good chance he kills Zeus, which I'll get to in a second with my notes. But we know that I highly anticipate that. Maybe not directly, but I think Chris Hemsworth's Thor will die because of him. Because I don't think Thor, if I remember the comics, he ever escaped Gore. Gore's just too powerful.
So do you think if Thor dies, then Jane will die?
Potentially, or they'll either do it where away was they team up.
Don't know if they're going to come down the cancer route.
Yeah, so fuck knows. I'm assuming that maybe they have a team up or whatever. Towards the thingy, and then they're both getting fucked, and they come together, and Chris Hemsworth's like, we can beat him if I do this, and that's doing it as a sacrificial thing, maybe, I don't know. I'm not expecting Thor to walk away from this film, but I would have put money on that Chris Hemsworth died in Captain America died in Civil War like he did in the comics and shit. That didn't happen, so maybe not. This could just be me chucking it out there into dark. So Chris is indifferent about Gore at the minute, and for me, it's just absolutely smashed it. The moment where you see it in that weird black and white sort of thing, and he's standing there and he points at Thor, and Thor's like Spanish goes like that, and I'm like, oh, I'm ready for that fight, son. It's gonna be mint. I don't know what that world is. We see King Valkyrie fighting him. It's like it is black and grey, but like Thor's cape's still red, and there's other little elements that are still thingies. I'll point out quickly because we see it. We see the all black Necromancer sword, which is the sword that Gore uses. And what's cool about that sword is King Venom, as in it's from the symbiote world, and it's got links to the Eternals. So I don't know if they'll mention maybe he took it from the Eternals, or if he literally went. I doubt they'll mention symbiotes. I think they'll probably go more. So it's had connections to both symbiote related shit and thingy. Russell Crowe's Zeus is confirmed, which we already said it was going to be anyway. I know the first trailer just showed it from the side, but you brought up ages ago Russell Crowe was set to be thingy. The reason why I think Russell Crowe's Zeus dies because if you notice that when the King Valkyrie fights Gore, he's using for Zeus's Thunderbolt, so I'm assuming he must have killed him and got it off him. So that explains that to me. This as well means that seeing this Jane, it's definitely our Jane. It's not a variant. It's not anything like that. It's our Jane from our timeline. Yeah. And it also suggests that she might have been blipped because of the whole, how long's it been? She's got the years so wrong. There's literally a 5-year difference. We know the blip lasted for 5 years. So there's a good chance that this Jane, our version, was blipped when Thanos snapped. Mjolnir is quite cool because we know that it's still cracked and fucked up, but it's been welded again. But when we see Jane attack what looks like Greek soldiers and Zeus's bit, it looks like it breaks apart to hit them all and comes back together again. So we might see some new Mjolnir. That's what it looked like anyway, which is quite cool. The helmet we see Thor wear, because remember that trailer's fucked up when Mjolnir comes towards him, he's in his regular gear, but then when Jane reveals herself, he's in his proper like golden crowny sort of gear. So you're like, what, these two different scenes, or what the fuck's going on here? But that outfit's actually called the Unworthy Thor, where he wore that for a while in the comics where he was unworthy for Mjolnir. And also, coincidentally, when he wore that armor, he died. Which means that's why another reason why I think maybe at the end of this he's gonna. But it could just be them thingy referencing shit. And my final thing is this is quite cool. We see Jane in a little tomb place thingy, lighting up her thingy, and there's more than what I've written down here. But these are the only 3 I can work out. We see some big statues, and 3 of them statues is Lady Death. There's the Living Tribunal, and then there's the Watcher behind her. These big statues. So I don't know where she is there, or what's going on, who else there is in the background. Yeah. But yeah, so the Watcher is officially, not as himself, but is acknowledged, and Lady Death and whatnot. That's my notes for 4, and I think this film is going to absolutely smash it out the motherfucking park.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's going to be an epic film.
It's going to be fucking beautiful.
Yeah. I think it is the 8th. Thinking that back now, right? I think it is the 8th.
I know it's early, and obviously it's definitely hands down a Friday.
Yeah.
So I think you're on the money there, Christ.
I'm on the money.
But I will say as well, currently at this moment in time, the best 3 things, my top 3 things I've watched this year, which I think Thor's going to break into, goes The Batman, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and The Northman. They're the 3 greatest things. That's including like beating Doctor Strange and Moon Knight and whatnot. They're my 3 tops. But I think this might potentially edge out The Northman. The Northman was so good. That was number 2 until Obi-Wan came out.
I watched that.
Did you like it?
I did.
Oh my god, mate, my dick got so hard. Not because I love Eric. Obviously, True Blood's where I first. And no, you would have seen it before that, but you were newer to True Blood than. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That final battle, the fucking literally lava and that everyone. I thought this is so Viking.
Yeah, I know.
Like this is unbelievably Viking, and he comes. Fucking so good.
Is it?
And I loved it when he started, mate. When I chucked that spear and he just. And I was like, oh, son, fucking get in. But then I also liked it as well because it wasn't just this Vikings, it's fight. What he went through and the story they told to keep up the tension, the suspense that he made himself a slave and whatnot, just to build up and build time. And they started doing all the witchcraft stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is all the Nordic magic craziness with the... So yeah, it was beautiful. But to be fair, I honestly didn't think he would die at the end until we got to that battle and I thought, shit, he's absolutely fucked. He's about to do this battle. He might die. And then his mum being a pure dick. His mum being a massive. She kissed him. Get off him, you dirty bastard.
It was a common thing back then, not like.
Yeah, no, but it was just weird to see. But in the way she was like, I didn't want you. Your dad was a prick. And he's thinking, oh my God, I've done all this for my dad. But obviously he didn't believe them. And then he. Oh, it was fucking mint. But yeah, I absolutely adore that film.
Well, what I do recommend then, since you recommend this for me, is Ambulance. Jake, you'll know. It was fucking.
I watched it.
mint.
I've seen it.
I enjoyed Ambulance. Intense.
The only issue I had with that film was, this is gonna sound stupid, is the believability. If you know what I mean. In terms of, don't get us wrong. I love films to dissuade disbelief because that's what they're for. But like all that shenanigans, the way that plays out and carries on. With that, because obviously this is meant to be a normal film. It's not fucking magic. It's not spider webs. It's not. Could it play out like that?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
You can take an ambulance hostage, yeah.
No, I get that, but how far they go? Like they didn't fuel up once.
Ambulance, emergency vehicles have a big time.
Right. So thank you for explaining that. So that's why I brought it up. It was good though, and I love the end. Like, yes, I did to an extent because I wanted everybody to have a happy day.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, okay, maybe not. Okay, fair enough. And I was like, no, it makes sense for what the thingy went. But it was really good. And I liked the switcheroo shenanigans and how they played it all off and whatnot. And the fact that a lot more people connected than what you realise. But it was good. I did enjoy it.
Really enjoyed that. What else did I watch? I watched 3 films. I watched Ambulance. I watched
Northman.
I watched something else. I can't remember what now.
I want to tell you the last other thing about that, because obviously it was Michael Bay, wasn't it? How many times did the camera go up a building and down a building and twist? I thought, great shot. And then it happened again. And again, I thought, Jesus Christ, Michael Bay, you love it, this shot, aren't you? And it probably costs thousands of dollars just to do that one shot.
Yeah.
You know, like, calm down, Michael Bay. Because South Park do a piss take on him where, like, he comes in like, oh, pictures of film, and he goes, okay, we're gonna go bang, 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 explosion, and we're gonna look really cool. And they're like, that's not a film, that's just special effects. It's like, yeah, bang, bang, bang. But I do personally like Michael Bay. That's why I thought he was great for Transformers, because in Transformers, I just want bang, 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 explosion.
Oh yeah.
But that shot was just, it was kind of like the Peaky Blinders shot, slow-mo.
Slow-mo.
It's like a great shot. Don't overuse it.
Go on board, the film I watched.
Oh shit, I need my notes for the next video. I'll get them out in a sec. Fuck it. Right, but yeah, that's all our roundup, I think. Unless Chris can think of his 3rd film, probably after we stop recording. But
not a lot of news this week, so at least we've got some catch-ups on and whatnot.
Lovely, jubbly. Do you recommend everybody they should watch Your Dinosaurs? Because I haven't seen that.
I do, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because it's David Attenborough in
Dinosaurs.
It's
David Attenborough and dinosaurs, a combination you didn't know you needed.
He talks about them like they're still here, like they're still real.
Yeah.
Where most people will talk about them like they have extinct.
Yeah.
But no, it's just, he's so smooth, so soothing in his voice. And
I think he could do a documentary on anything. He could probably do a documentary on like a crackhead fight, and he'd be like, oh, this is so relaxing. But really, they got, hey, fucking mushit, got any teeth, gives me fucking stuff. And he's like, oh, the crackhead is just, wanting some smack. And you'd be like, oh, gee. But anyway, we'll hit us with whatever news you do or don't have.
Well, to start us off,
Garfield. I fucking hate Mondays. Are you going to bring up that Winnie the Pooh, by the way? I don't know why you mentioned what the fuck. Yeah, carry on then.
Garfield. There's a new film coming.
Mm-hmm. Is it going to be like the old one with Bill Murray in it?
No. It is going to be a kind of a live action. Chris Pratt is obviously Garfield.
He's Garfield.
Mm.
Okay.
And we've got Samuel Jackson playing Garfield's father.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Has Garfield's dad ever been shown before in Garfield?
I can't remember. I did have his name down somewhere.
I couldn't tell off the top of my head. Vic.
Vic.
I have no idea if it's a new character or if it's an old one.
So Samuel is joining Garfield.
He's literally, when we go on about like The Rock and that, they got the same films. Look at Sam Jackson's and how different all of his films are.
Yeah.
Like, that's acting, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to be fair, I will watch that. I remember you brought up that Chippendale film.
Yeah.
I watched it the other night with B, and obviously I went into it just chilling because I didn't really care about Chippendale, but I fucking loved it. And the amount of they have ugly Sonic in it. You know when they redid Sonic?
I heard they had an ugly Sonic in it,
Yeah. Guyz was talking about that. What the fuck? Yeah, so they had the one that before they redid it, and he's at a Comic-Con sort of booth. Like, hey, ugly Sonic, can you help us? Use your speed. He's like, nah, that's not me. That's the proper one. And everyone kicked off about his teeth, didn't they? There's moments where Chip and Dale, they go slow-mo and they're just focusing on his teeth like that. And they're just talking. It's fucking hilarious. And you know what the best thing to top it off, mate? Which is probably the reason why I'm giving it such a high score. Is because at the very fucking... Right, this is a Disney film. Loads of cameos. Great cameos. There's Marvel... There's all sorts. What cameo would you not expect to see in Chip and Dale? Something that I fucking adore.
I don't know, Spider-Man.
A certain alcoholic rocks up. Yeah, you won't know him that well.
I don't know.
Randy Marsh from South Park.
How am I supposed to know who he is?
Well, you won't obviously. But he rocked in, I'm thinking, this is a kid's film. It was absolutely bizarre as fuck. So Randy Marsh is in Chippendale from South Park. Which just made it even better. But like B was mint at that though, because she's like, oh, that's so and so from that fairy tale, that's so and so from that Disney film. I'm like, I can't keep up with you, are you? And he goes, there's Randy, an ugly Sonic, that'll do me. But yeah, it was. If you just want an hour and a half just to sit and have a giggle at something to try and play guess the Easter egg, I recommend it.
No, I might give it a watch later on then. Fast and Furious.
You gonna mention the Gran?
Family's growing.
And you know what the worst thing is, right? Because you can't even deny this. Whenever an old fucker, look at Jason Statham's mum in this, rock into this, they're not a regular old person. They're either driving or doing gun shit or robberies. So there's no chance he's going to see his grandma and she's going to go, okay, no worries, son. She's going to have a shotgun or she's going to have some mad car hidden away. What the fuck? And we keep walking around work, okay, going for family. Like, we just mess around going, I need family. And then we just keep going, you didn't win, we went by inch or a mile. You didn't even have your car. And all this shit. I don't know why we keep quoting Vin Diesel. We're doing it all week. But yeah, I've seen this, mate. Fucking grandma's rocking up.
Grandma's rocking up. Good old Rita Marauder.
Let's see the picture again.
She's 90.
She's definitely beating somebody up or shooting somebody or driving something with her hands down, and it'd be like, yeah, I learned everything I know from my grandma. Some shit like that.
Well, no, I think he learned everything from his father.
Well, okay, well, indirectly then, my daddy learned from my grandma, and I learned from my daddy. It's going to be some shit like that. And then
I still fucking watch it.
Oh, mate, I'll be there with you. And John Cena's going to be there, just like suckling on her, going, Granny, I want the bitty. And then Vin will get some bitty, and they'll fight over who had the most bitty.
And that guy, going back to Star Wars quickly, that guy with the thingy, turban around his face and everything else.
The Asian lad, another one.
Han.
I thought I recognised him.
I was like, I know you!
Yeah,
Where do I know you
But
from?
I didn't know if I was being racist or not, because I was like, I fucking swear I know you. Because at first I thought it was DK, the one with the proper flat nose. And I was like, nah, it's not.
I thought it was one.
Did you?
Aye. I was like, why is Master Wong in this? And then so it's Disney, Star Wars, I suppose. And then when I looked closely, I was like, nah, it's not Wong. I know you. Where do I know you?
I'm glad you said that, mate, because I don't know why I didn't just Google it, but I was like, who the fuck are you? I've watched it twice. I had no fucking idea. But there you go, Wong.
Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Sonic. Yep. The series is coming.
To carry on from the films.
About Knuckles.
Oh, sick. What, like a prequel series or?
They haven't said it's going to be a prequel or not. I'm guessing it probably will be, to be fair. What the fuck's getting all the drains
That's
from?
all free now. That's all free, mate.
I'm guessing it will be a prequel.
Yeah, so you'll see
Idris
about.
Elba's, portraying his role.
Good.
So,
Idris Elba was so good. Did you see that? Just to spin off Idris Elba, that trailer for Beast.
yes.
I quite like that. I'm
I'm liking the look of this.
I know that these films aren't exactly anything special, but I love films where it's somebody pinned up against a monster. I know this term, it's just a tiger. Well, it's a monster to us.
Yeah.
Not tiger, a lion.
A lion.
I love that.
We're in Africa with his family. They're going on a safari.
Shit goes south.
And shit goes south.
Yeah, I'm more than up for that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't expect it to win any awards, but fuck it, I'll have a good time because it's got Cat Food guy in it as well. Can't remember his name.
Dude. But no. Sonic, no. Knuckles, series, coming. What also they announced, if I can find it somewhere, yep, in Sonic 3, there's plans of get going ahead because they're still hoping that Jim Larry's going to be back.
Hopefully.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Larry.
But they're also putting two more characters in.
Amy.
Amy.
Yay! And we know Shadow. That's not one you're going to say, is it? Metal Sonic?
No. Which you'll have to remind me who this character is because I can't remember who he is.
I'm trying to think fucking here. Oh, fuck it, let me see the picture. Oh, right, who is it? Say the name?
Crush 40?
Crush 40. Do I know Crush 40? Do I remember a Crush 40?
I don't know who Crush 40 is. I think who is.
Yeah, unless I'm having a pure brain fight, it's not jumping at the top of my head. Is he an obscure character? Obviously, everybody knows Amy. Or is he maybe a villain?
I think there is.
Have you Googled it and now it's come up?
I think they're a rock band, but they did Sonic songs.
Oh, so they're a rock. All right, so no, hey, that spins off the Tails thing. That's quite cool because if they've done stuff for the shows before or whatnot, games or whatever, that's quite cool because you found out that Tail, the person who did the games and all sorts.
Yeah.
So I quite like that. But yeah, all right, dickhead.
Because you took his drains.
Yeah, I know, mate.
But yeah, so it looks like hopefully we'll get to see Jim back, and we'll get to see some new characters as well.
I'm more than up for Amy. More than game for Amy.
A new live action. I remember this when I was younger. To be fair, a live action Speed Racer is coming to.
Speed Racer, is that a game?
Kind of. It was a game. It was also a series. Cartoon series.
I've definitely heard of it, but I could not fucking tell you a single thing about it.
They've got to get to A to B, but it's not just your typical A to B. There's loops, there's jumps.
Oh, right, I was going to say, because that's all Need for Speed wasn't it, that film? Because they had to get to one point to, but then they didn't have to do loops.
It's going to be done by J.J. Abrams.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Is it Warner Brothers, maybe?
I don't know. It's going to be on Apple TV.
Oh,
but I don't know why. I wouldn't thought that was going to be a JJ film. To be fair,
there again, he's done a lot of weird. Well, he did all the Cloverfield, and the Star Wars. So fuck knows.
But yeah, it's kind of off. The original is an old classic '90s series. I think they did have a little game of it, but it wasn't.
I only guessed game. I know the name, but
yeah. A new Scooby-Doo series is coming
What?
HBO Max.
Animated or?
It's going to be animated. But it's going to concentrate more on Shaggy and Scooby.
Did you watch the film they did recently with Mark Wahlberg and that the animated film? I say recently, it was like 2, maybe even 3 years.
No.
It was quite good. Like I enjoyed it.
Yeah, TV series.
I'll probably check it out like Scooby-Doo.
Right. We talked about a while ago we were getting a Aquaman Spin-Off with his Black Manta.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're not going to go down that route anymore.
So no Black Manta spin-off.
I don't know. They've not cancelled that spin-off, but they've evolved it, kind of.
What? So it's more than just him.
I don't know. They haven't really said on where they're going to go with it.
Basically, in other words, it's the Black Manta spin-off's happening, but it's not just Black Manta. It's someone else.
Possibly. Not too sure, to be fair.
I love the fact that there's a genuine trial going on in the world with Johnny Depp, and they've mentioned a comic book character's name. It's so bizarre. Like Aquaman, I'm just thinking this is a weird art world. This is real life shit. You go to Aquaman. Did you see the look for Blue Beetle? There's pictures of Blue Beetle. He's obviously you probably won't know him, but he's been like the Young Justice League and shit like that before. But everything I'm getting off's from the Arrowverse, so I don't know if he's appearing in a future Flash or what. And he's played by one of the lads from Cobra Kai.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he looks fairly cool.
I didn't know.
I don't know how they're going to make his transformations look because he does a lot of like mental shit, but he looks cool. All right, Squeaky McSqueaksville.
I'll go back to that one.
What is it?
Well, we can talk about it. Like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, mate, what the fuck?
We're getting it's a Winnie the Pooh horror kind of thing.
But before people get carried away, because at first when I read it, I got confused. It's not Winnie the Pooh. They're masks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, they're not. I thought they were masks.
I don't think they are.
Oh shit! How the fuck can Disney let that happen? Because Winnie the Pooh's one of their biggest money makers for kids and stuff.
It's a strange one.
I'm gonna watch it because it looks fucking mental, and I know there's an Eeyore mask in there.
Well, Eeyore gets eaten.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
All right, wait. So
I read somewhere that Eeyore gets eaten.
What the fuck?
So
yeah,
I don't actually know where they're going with this.
It's probably going to be absolutely awful, but I need to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of them ones where this is going to be so shit, but I'm going to be along for the ride.
Sharknado, fucking.
Yeah, it's a weird. I mean, it's a fun concept because, like I said, if you go, to make a horror-y murder film, whatever the fuck it is, you go, yeah, what should we do? Winnie the Pooh. All right, okay. Go to 100 Acre Woods and get these lovely cuddly teddies made up by a little boy, just to kill people. Fair enough. So I'm down for this shit.
It's a strange one.
Yeah.
Blood and Honey, it's called.
That's it. Blood and Honey.
It's a horror film. Famous legend of Winnie the Pooh. This, of course, is not done by Disney.
It's kind of like when they did Gretel and Hansel and made that like a horror, didn't they?
Shit,
that was pure dog shit. But I'm guessing it's the same sort of lines where Disney have said, yeah, these are our characters, but if you want to go make a horror. But they're again, Hansel, I know they changed it to Gretel and Hansel. Yeah. They're not as, well, I wouldn't say they are as well known as Winnie the Pooh or recognisable straight away. Because Winnie the Pooh's still doing shit, making merch and fucking. We've just recently had the live action Christopher Walken, whatever the fuck his name was. It's yeah, it's a weird one.
It's a weird one.
Squeaky McSqueakface.
Season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Yes.
February.
Oh, sweet. So it's a little while away, but...
A little while away.
I know as well they've got the Ahsoka series, haven't they? That's confirmed. Well, they confirmed it at Star Wars Day.
Yeah. So, we know Mandalorian is coming.
Yes. Jon Favreau just being a beast.
Warwick Davis is back.
Willow.
It's going to be a series. Concentrate on more of the Dark Crystal wide situation.
Did you like all that old stuff with
I
Dora?
vaguely remember it.
I
do
yeah.
remember watching it, but I vaguely remember watching them.
I remember thinking not much of it, but maybe because it was my age, maybe I have to revisit it.
It's all getting done by Lucasfilms on Disney Plus. So
Done by Lucasfilms.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I think it's gonna be good to be fair.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I'll check it out. And I like Warwick Davis, but I think I liked him more because when he was in An Idiot Abroad.
Yeah. Never watched it, but yeah. We had a first screenshot of Harrison Ford in his
Indiana Jones.
final Indiana Jones film.
Yeah, he said that, didn't he?
It's not even any good in this one, I reckon. Yeah, it comes June 30th next year. So just over a year to go.
Yeah, they had to stop for a while, didn't they? Because he fucking hurt himself again.
Yes.
So, if he didn't hurt himself, maybe we would have got it sooner.
No.
Selfish bastard Harrison Ford, how dare you get hurt?
No, he was fucking crashing a plane or he's fucking injuring himself.
He's invincible though.
Yes. Jude Law, as you said. I don't know if you did say, but Jude Law is to star in a John Watts Star Wars series, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew? I don't know who that is, or what that is, or what it's in reference to.
No idea. Announced during Star Wars collaboration, Skeleton Crew is an upcoming up-age tale set in the sci-fi. What's all we got?
So yeah, the fuck knows who that might refer to. That doesn't imply any Jedi. It doesn't imply if they're like fucking ex-stormtroopers or some shit, or fuck knows.
It's arriving on Disney Plus next year.
Sweet.
But we'll get more from watching when time comes in.
Sweet.
The Witcher 3 is finished filming. That's all done and dusted. That's not out for quite a while yet though, for some strange reason. But they've started season 4 already. Jesus Christ. So it did say they weren't making it back to back.
Oh yeah, I think you brought that up.
Keep the age vibe and all that stuff. Where Stranger Things, you can tell it's an age difference.
Yeah, the parts with shit. Can I? Is it a spoiler? There's moments. Sorry, at time it's shut up. Where Eleven's like looking back and she's younger, and I can't tell if they've got old footage of that, but it's new dialogue, or if they've CGI'd it somehow, or what. I don't know. It's fucking mental.
Should be alright. Who knows? But I'm looking forward to Witcher. Should be good. Talk about Batman. Talk about Sonic. Talk about Beast. Quickly.
Oh, was Beast on your little note?
It was. It comes out on 19th of August. Beast.
Yeah, is that straight to streaming or is it cinema?
It just says everywhere. So
I'm assuming it's straight to streaming then, is it?
Guessing that will be.
Oh, unless it means it's cinemas
Universal
everywhere.
Pictures. So.
Oh, fuck knows.
Fuck knows. Either way, I'll watch it. Stream or cinema.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Like I said, I'm not gonna go in expecting the best thing ever, but
Age of Silver versus a killer lion in a safari turns deadly for the first trailer for horror thriller.
It's a battle I didn't know I wanted. I had no idea. Well, this is my whole entire life before I knew Idris Elba. I've always wanted this, but I didn't know it until I saw the trailer. I've wanted Idris Elba to fight a lion. It's all I've ever wanted.
Good old Idris Elba. And finally, it's a weird Asian. I don't know why I've screenshot it fucking sideways.
You silly bum.
It's called Snake.
Right.
And what I can get the gist of it, some very rich person is dying.
Right.
They need to get an orchid flower, so they go to some fucking They go to I think it's the Amazon forest.
Right. There's a deadly snake there.
But where they go, there's fucking. Again, it's kind of another Sharknado.
I'm down for it already. You sold me already,
where
mate.
you get fucking piranhas come flying right at you.
I love that shit.
And then you've also got quite a few big snakes and other creatures.
Yes. So somebody's dying. I assume this rich guy sends a team out to get a flower because it'll be his cure.
Yeah.
But there's either a snake or multiple snakes.
Looking at this trailer,
I'm assuming it's one.
It's a big snake, but he's also got little friends, i.e. other snakes, creatures, piranhas. helping him along the way.
I will watch the shit out of this. I watched that new shark film the other day. What's it called?
Shark?
No, it's proper bullshit. Bunch of like British tourists. They're on jet skis and they crash into each other, and the sharks come, and I'm like, this is so shit, but I love it. Like the way they hit each other, it's like they're miles apart. They go, get out of the way, move, and they're like, move, get out of the way. You've got plenty of time, any time now. They just go, oh no, and then the sharks come, and I'm like, yes. You deserve this. Go on, Sharks, get your meal in. But I love that. You remember the old Anaconda, the Anacondas?
I love the Anaconda films.
See, that's...
Ice Cube and fucking Jennifer Lopez.
That was so good. But the Anacondas, the newy-ish, I don't know, 10 or 15 years. Oh, no, it's fucking awful, but I love it. Because they get to the pit, because they need flowers, don't they? They're trying to get these flowers. There's a big old massive
it's
pit.
always a flower and snakes.
I know. With loads of them. But the shot I love the most is where they're all in single file in the water and it goes bird's eye. And you can, I just love that shot so much. Because they're like, oh, gotta be quiet. I'm thinking, you dickheads, it's right there. It's like they're all there. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
But it's shit.
Yeah.
That's why, like Placid.
I enjoyed the first one, the rest of them were shit.
Yeah, the rest of But no, to be fair, even to a certain extent, the first one's awful because it was happy to let an old woman feed it cows. It thought, hey, it's the meal and the fetus. You don't have to sit and wait single file, mate. You're a giant fucking thing. You can have them all in a one if you want. You can tell her to fuck off. And then the babies come and she's feeding the babies at the end. I thought, this is so shit, but get in. I wouldn't fucking rob her house. She's got a mink guard dog. Yeah. But there we go. Is that it, Chris?
That's it.
Thank you very much. Visuals, I highly recommend Stranger Times Town Cities. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm assuming most people in the world have watched that Thor trailer. And Northman now, Chris has done it. Go watch that. It's fucking beautiful. Lots of muscle and Vikings.
Yeah.
And Chris is shenanigan. That sword he's got is fucking mint. And I'm sure, I'm fairly certain that's a sword we see in the Vikings TV show.
Is it now?
I'm fairly certain it is. Obviously, because they're not connected, but obviously it's just the same sword with the same legend.
Yeah.
So I'm certain it is. But yeah, we got visuals. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Do you want a refill of coffee before we do this next one?
Can do.
Yes, I love you. I don't know what to say there. I'm going to cinema to watch football. I'll let you know what experience it is because surround sound, cheering, see if it goes down to penalties. Oh, and give me a bit. Can't wait. Visual segment, keep it on.
And as always, people, love you back.